Hello my lovelies, it is time for round 20 of Cards Against My TBR, so stay tuned. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Cards Against My TBR is one of my multiple TBR games, and if you want to go back and see the whole evolution of this game, I will link a playlist up here. But essentially the way it works, at least at this point, is I have a deck of 26 question cards and 26 answer cards from my Cards Against Humanity's decks. And I shuffle them up, and then I pull 5 cards, and I find books for those cards. So if it's an answer card, then I find books that make me think of what the answer says. Or if I have a question card, I find a book that answers that question or fills in the blank or whatever. You'll get the gist of it as we go. But before we get started with my picks for this month, let's see how I did for July. So I had these 2 books that were previous rollovers from past months. For the card Rampant Misogyny and Sexual Harassment, I was to read All the Rage, and I have finally read this. Yay. So I can take this card away. For the card A Dead Salesman, I was to read The King of Crows, and I have not read that. And I am going to roll this one over because Marty and we still haven't read it, but we need to read it, and I'm hoping we can read it in August. So I am rolling this one over, so I'm keeping that card in there. And those were the only 2 for my rollovers. Now for my actual selections for July. For the card Moral Ambiguity, I was to read War of the Cards by Colleen Oakes, and I did read this. For the card Divorce, I was to read The Divorce Party by Laura Dave, and I did not read this. So I'm going to be putting this card back in the deck and just sticking this one aside. For the question card, And Today's Soup is Cream of Blank, I selected Oblivion by Kelly Krieg. This is the 3rd book, I believe, in the Nevermore series or trilogy. I did not read this, so I'm going to be putting this card back in the deck and setting this over here. For the question card, I Am Become Blank, Destroyer of Blank, I had to pick 2 books. So I selected I Am Become The Sea Witch by Katie Robert, Destroyer of The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. So I did read The Sea Witch. However, I have not read The Love Hypothesis. So I'm going to stick this card in here, and I am rolling this book over. And then last, but certainly not least, for the answer card, The Nipples of a Man, I was to read The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu, and I did read this. So I have 2 that are going back to the shelves, and I have 2 that I am rolling over that are going to be added to my August TBR. Okay, I have my 52 cards here. I'm going to shuffle these up and draw 5, and we'll see what we get. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 3 question cards and 2 answer cards. All right, first card is a question card, and that is, Every Christmas, my uncle gets drunk and tells the story about blank. Let's see. Ooh. Because I do want to read this, because it's been on my TBR a few times, I'm going to select The Divorce Party for this one. So this is going back on here. Okay, for my next card, it's an answer card, and that is A Girl Who Is So Interesting That She Has Blue Hair. Oh, we're getting a lot of ones that we've gotten in the past. Ones that I've had to put back in the deck because I didn't read the book. Yeah. And you know what? I think I'm going to pick the same book that I ended up picking this for before. because I still haven't read it, and that is The Reader by Tracy Chee. Well, actually I have read it, but I didn't reread it, and I need to reread it before reading the next book. And I pick it because the cover's all blue. All right, moving right along, card number 3, we have an answer card, and this one is feeling lots of feelings. So for this one, I'm thinking one it's gonna make me cry. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for with this one. I don't have anything on my buddy reads that I think is going to make me cry. I don't think Oblivion's going to make me cry. This one's going to take a minute. I guess if I can't find anything that I think will make me cry, I could go with something that's going to give me all the mushy feels. Yeah. Feeling lots of feelings. Or I could even go with something that's more like a thriller, where it's like a roller coaster of emotions going on. Maybe. I don't know. Let me think about it and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think for this one I'm going to read Cold by Mariko Tamaki. And this was actually a book that I bought at Y'all West when I was visiting Kaylani. And I have a feeling that this one's gonna get me in the feels. It says, this is a story of a boy who died and a girl who wants to know why. Todd Mayer is dead. Now he's some sort of ghost hovering over his body, which has just been found in the town park, naked and frozen in the snow. As detectives investigate Todd's homicide, Todd replays the events that led him to his end in the park. Georgia didn't know Todd, but she can't stop thinking about him. Maybe because they're both outcasts at their school, or because they're both queer. It might also be because Georgia has a feeling she's seen Todd somewhere before, somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. And I think this one is just, it's gonna be really good. It's also a relatively short book. It's only like 200 and something pages, 228. So yes. Oh, we gotta put the card in there. I think this one's gonna give me all the feelings. All right, now on to the next question card. Wes Anderson's new film tells the story of a precocious child coming to terms with blank. What can I select for this? I'm gonna need a minute, so I'm gonna pause you here while I go and see what I can find. Okay, this one was hard, I think, because there were so many options that could fit. But yeah, the one I ended up going with, Wes Anderson's new film tells the story of a precocious child coming to terms with the secret next door. This is by Rebecca Taylor, and it's a thriller. This is a twisty tale of surprise and psychological suspense. And I haven't read a thriller in a while, and I need a good thriller. So yeah, that's what I'm going to select for this one. All right, we are down to our last question card. Okay, this says, yes, you are serving me blank realness. I don't know. What shall I select for this? Again, I'm gonna have to go and look because I can't think of anything right now, and I'm just gonna have to peruse the shelves. I feel like this should be something very gay. Hold on. Okay, so I couldn't think of any of my gay books that would fit for filling in this blank. So I just found one that I thought sounded like it would go well with this. So we've got, yes, you are serving me Scream All Night Realness. This is by Derek Millman, and I think it's like a horror or thriller. I think it's horror though, but yeah. I also haven't read a horror in a really long time, so this is gonna be an interesting month, that's for sure. So those are all of my cards for this month. These are the books that I will be putting in for my TBR, or Cards Against My TBR. I have 7 here. And then of course everything that comes in my wheel and my Have I Read It's and all of that, which you'll see in my Wheel of TBR coming up very, very soon. So have you read any of these? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.